Hi, day 35. Welcome to the 35th day of a diary of a multifaceted mama. I am Tony. I will say that I took a little bit of a longer break between recording this vlog episode, and it's been eventful in a good way. We've had Mother's Day, which was really nice. We've had my husband's birthday. We've had birthday parties to take the kids to. We have been trying to open our pool for the first time because this is like our first full year in our new home, and so we haven't opened our own pool before, so that's been an adventure. I've been on the news, and I'm scheduled to go on another news station coming up this next week. Just lots of like good, fun, eventful things, really exciting stuff. And I have been thinking about like, what do I want to go on this next vlog episode and share? What do I really want this to be about as it's evolving? Because now we're at the 35th day. I think the first, week was like one thing, and then it evolved into something different, like less structured, more flow for the next few weeks. And now I can feel that maybe this vlog series is evolving again, and that's fine. I think that in life we try so often, if you're an achiever like I am, we try so often to categorize things, and that's not bad or wrong, but sometimes when we try to categorize things, it becomes too rigid. Like too much rigidity, too much structure is a hindrance, just like too much fluidity can create chaos, right? So both of them, if they're in excess, become unhelpful. So I don't want this to be too rigid or too structured. I also don't want it to be like completely fluid where like people are like, what the heck? I'm not going to listen to this because I don't even know what's going on with it, right? I want it to be of relevance, and I want it to be, ultimately the whole purpose of doing this vlog series was about me just showing up as a multifaceted individual who is very ambitious, very driven, but also very down to earth and relatable, and showing myself in a transparent way so that you could see that like maybe there are people in your life that you're holding on a pedestal, but like they're just humans. Or maybe there are people in your life that you're judging very harshly and putting down, but like they're also fellow humans. And maybe it's you that you're having really high standards for, and you're trying to hold yourself on a pedestal, and it's creating a lot of pressure for you because you think you should be this way, or you've got imposter syndrome going on. You feel like you're not living up to your life or your roles in this way, or whatever the case is. Like, I just want you to see like you can have all of these different facets of yourself and not fit into just one singular category, or not fit precisely into specific categories, and that be absolutely beautiful, amazing, profound, successful. Like, it be okay, more than okay. Like, I want you to see that. I want to demonstrate that through my lived example. That was the whole purpose of this vlog series, and it still is. Like, that core hasn't changed. How I present it, how I share it, that's just evolving, right? Like, that's always evolving because I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what is the best way to share in transparency in this vlog series, what it is to be a mom of 4 that range in age from infant to adolescent, what it is to be a wife who has navigated the ups and downs of marriages. It's not been all blissful, but who was able to like navigate those in a way that did result in something better than it was. Like, what it is to be a blended family, like a woman and a mother and a wife that's also navigating like blended family, and co-parenting with my eldest's partner, my eldest's dad. What it's like to be a minority woman in this world that loves to categorize things and people and races and all that stuff, that I never fit into any of those boxes. Like, I'm not just black, I'm not just white, I'm not black enough, I'm not white enough, blah, 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 blah. Like, what it is like to be all of those things, and also a businesswoman. I never sought out to become a businesswoman. Like, that wasn't one of my goals on my quote unquote checklist, right? But I am, like, right, I'm running businesses, and I have a very successful private practice that really I designed to support the lifestyle that fits the seasons of my life right here and right now. And that's going to change over time because my kids are going to age and different parts of my life are going to shift. And so my private practice can shift with me, right? Like, what it's like to also be a psychotherapist who I have the knowledge of human behavior and childhood development and trauma. I have all of this knowledge and all of this experience in treating all of those things and working with people in all of these different areas of life. And yet, my kids will still have challenges that I need to support them through. Like, I also have challenges with communication or understanding or whatever the case is in my marriage that I need to support through, despite all of the knowledge and experience that I have professionally, right? Like, what it's like to really be and embody being a multifaceted human being with all these different roles, with all these different responsibilities, with all these different quote unquote categories, right, that do or don't fit. I don't think I fit precisely in much any category, to be honest. And that's not even my aim anymore, although I wanted to when I was younger. And so transparency is just what is like the name of the game of this vlog series. If I can inspire anyone to see, to feel, to hear, to believe that, like, it's okay to be who you are and also to have different facets of who you are. And it's not even just okay, like, it's just being human. You don't need to be held on a pedestal of super high standards all the time. Know who you are. One of the assessments, it's not like some standardized assessment that you're going to find somewhere. It's just my own assessment that I've created after working with countless individuals. I've done it, and I do it with myself as well as with clients. I call it values assessment, and you'll find values assessments out there. This one is my own. And one of the things that I find really helpful about this values intake or values assessment, whatever you want to call it, is that I try to focus on bringing it all back at the end of the day, and it takes some time. This values process is a process. It takes a while. But at the end of the day, like, what it all boils down to is, like, who do I really want to be in this world? How do I really want to be in this world? How do I really want to show up in this world? And that is regardless of the facet that we are in. That is regardless of the role or responsibility that we're taking on in any given moment. Like, how do I really want to be? And I value at my core being a person that emphasizes, that shows up as best as I can, with a sense of compassion, honoring meaningful connection, contributing in a meaningful and honest way, with integrity, with love in my heart, and with forgiveness when the time comes for that. And that takes courage, and it takes vulnerability. And so I, at my core, want to embody that and strive to show up as that as best I can. Those terms, those words have shifted for me over the years. They'll continue to shift for me, I'm sure. But that's what I would encourage. Like, anyone who's following this vlog series or any of the work that I'm putting out there is like, sometimes life gets busy, right? Like I've shared, these past couple weeks have been full. Honestly, our life is very, very full, like even like schedule-wise from about April all the way till December. And then like January, February, March are like calmer, quieter months. And then it's boom, 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 boom. And I'm very intentional about my schedule, about my daily schedule, about the way I orient my life. But whether it's full or more quiet, I'm still wanting to show up like in alignment with my core values of how I desire to be in this world. And that holds true whether I am in the role of psychotherapist, that holds true whether I am in the role of mom, whether I'm in the role of wife, whether I'm in the role of leader, whether I am in the role of speaker, whether I'm in the role of mentor, whether I'm in the role of friend. Like, I want to stay true to that core of who I am. And it's not always, the easiest things. It's simple, but it's not always the easiest thing, because we're human, right? So like, there are times, and don't get me wrong, like, I'll get frustrated. These past couple weeks have been pretty solid, but there were times, right, where I noticed that I was maybe starting to feel a little bit irritated or starting to feel a little bit frustrated, and that awareness matters. But what matters even more is what we do with that awareness when we have it. So am I beating myself up for it? Am I beating someone else up verbally or emotionally or mentally or whatever for it? How am I handling that? Am I showing up within that in a space that feels like integrity for me, connected to my core values and how I want to show up? And I hope to continue to share about and demonstrate that kind of living, in this vlog series in a transparent way, with all of the benefits of it and all of the challenges of it. And so I hope that inspires you in whatever way you need or are searching for inspiration right now, and reminds you that, it's okay. It's okay if you don't fit into a category. It's okay if you do fit into a category. What matters most is that you're willing to embrace all these different facets of yourself, and that you're clear at your core on how you want to show up in the midst of life, regardless of the facets that you're in at any given moment in time. That you're showing up in a way that you are proud of showing up, So with that, thanks for hanging with me on this 35th day. I'm excited to see how this evolves over the course of the next several vlog recordings that we do, and to see where that takes us. Questions, comments, contributions, I welcome them. I love talking points and questions and things like that, receiving them from you. So don't hesitate to reach out and just leave it in the comment section below, and I will find them, and YouTube will let me know so that I can respond, and we can continue this inspiration, this connection, this support, even outside of our vlog series videos. All right, y'all, till next time.